man. Alright, that didn't work. Oh, I know why. Ah, there we go. Alright, I have to make an adjustment in here. Oh, good. That cured the problem. Alright, everybody, welcome to the Friday night Murtathon. I had not planned on having one tonight. I was going to do it on Sunday. But there has been a bit of breaking news. It would appear that the mysterious task force that we have all seen on YouTube and on Twitter and around, and who occasionally comes in here and trolls this channel, has been officially identified. Now, the identification took place in a rather curious way. As you all know, there has been an ongoing battle between Levi Page and Timothy HOLMSETH. This is something that has gone back, I would say about 10 years or so. Tim HOLMSETH has been hurling all kinds of false accusations against Levi Page. At one time, I made the mistake of defending Timothy HOLMSETH against Levi Page because two reasons. First of all, me and Levi Page were not exactly on the same page friend-wise, and second, I really didn't think that Timothy was being given a fair shake. This is, of course, incorrect, and alright, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I'll be up in a minute. Okay, let me go ahead and do this. Well, shoot. Okay, well, I thought I had this figured out. There we go. And there we go. Wolfie got kicked off the air, so let me put Wolfie back on the air. Nope. Poor Wolfie. He's getting the bum rap here tonight. There's Wolfie. There goes Wolfie. Here comes Wolfie. There goes Wolfie. There's me. And let's see what I can do. I thought I had this worked out, and apparently I was wrong. And Wolfie's number 4. Come on, Wolfie. We're playing video ping pong tonight. Wow. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. I thought I had the technical switching worked out on this. I think I know what the problem is. Let's do number 1. And Wolfie number 4. Nope, nothing. I got to mess around a little bit with the video here because I'm trying to get something set up and this is not cooperating. Let me think. Well, let me go ahead and put this up. Okay. Well, we're partway there. Okay. I'm going to do it this way for now. This little tidbit was sent to Levi Page. Levi Page had done a copyright strike on the task force page because they were improperly using his material. Namely, I believe it was his image and perhaps something else. I didn't get the full story. And anyway, this was sent back to Levi. Apparently, task force had decided to combat, file an appeal. And so basically it says it's under notification. We are providing you with a counter notification and await evidence if not given in not more than 10 business days that you filed an action seeking an order against. Well, basically, he wanted the takedown of the video in question off of Task Force. And YouTube said, okay, we're going to take it down for 10 days. If we don't receive something from you in 10 days, we're going to put it right back up again. And so this was shipped off. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to bring it up so you can read this whole thing. And such evidence should be submitted by replying directly to this email. Do not send your reply. Please do not send your reply to copy. If you don't receive notice from us, we may reinstate the material. And so on and so forth. This is a standard thing. If somebody takes down something that you put up, and I know a lot of you people that criticize the High Command and Tim HOLMSETH and so on and so forth have had material taken down by these people, and you know, some channels have been removed from YouTube because of content, and so we have a little bit of hypocrisy going up now. Let me bring up the second act here. Now, this is a rather interesting. It says, to all concerned, you shall cease and desist all fraudulent claims against me. You shall be advised hereby. Any content in the video that was not already the express property of Randy L. Erickson fell under the Fair Use Act. The video published contained meaningful information of great public importance regarding human trafficking as set forth in a presidential executive order by Donald J. Trump. Fair use protects what was published, such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. The channel is not monetized. I am immediately prepared to file a federal lawsuit in United States District Court against Levi Page and or any and all parties, including YouTube, that attempt to remove. All right, I gotta make sure I hit the right pan here. All right, for some reason it's not. Okay, I see what I did wrong. Let me. Okay. Lawfully and legally publish news report through this fraudulent copyright scam. Any action against this video will be considered subversive suppression under federal law and or the Insurrection Act. This video will be entered into evidence in U.S. District Court by Randy L. Erickson, along with any and all other evidence that proves it was news reporting public protected under the First Amendment and Fair Use Act. I will file a claim of fraud and set forth evidence the perpetrator of the fraud is engaging in illegal and unlawful acts to avoid prosecution for matters regarding crimes against children. And this next one is very important. I swear, under penalty of perjury, that I have in good faith belief the material was removed due to a mistake or misidentification of the material to be removed or disabled. I consent to the jurisdiction of the Federal District Court for the district in which my address is located. or if my address is outside of the United States, the judicial district in which YouTube is located, and will accept service of process from the complainant. Signed, Randy L. Erickson. Now, well, Randy, I had a feeling you were going to show up. Well, I'll tell you what, Randy, I want to see that lawsuit. You have stated here on my channel that you are going to sue Levi Page. So we are starting a countdown, folks, to see how long it is going to take Randy L. Erickson to file the lawsuit. Randy L. Erickson has threatened in the past to sue people. She's threatened to sue me. She's threatened to sue other people. And, oh, the high command redacted, folks. The high command just retracted her statement. Now, why would Randy do that? The thing of it is, Randy, there are 12 witnesses in here, including me, that saw your statement. We can testify in court that you threatened, and not only threatened, but said that Levi Page is definitely going to get sued in court. So you're retracting your statement from my stream does not change that. I think you thought better of it, Randy, and decided to back out of it. But what is important here, folks, are a number of things. First of all, Randy L. Erickson has now been identified as the owner of the YouTube channel that goes by Task Force. That's not the photograph that Levi Page had taken down. But Randy, do this. Notify everybody when you file the lawsuit. We're starting a countdown as of 9:15 on August 28, 2020. That you are suing Levi Page. And every day from this day forward, we are going to remind people on Twitter with a countdown to the Levi Page lawsuit. And it's going to go day by day by day by day. And notice, everybody, that when High Command puts up statements, she immediately takes them down. Now, why is that? Well, the answer is simple. The High Command does not want her statements recorded on this channel, so she takes the stuff down. But what Randy L. Erickson doesn't realize is I've got this content being recorded, and it records the statements even though she takes them down. I still have them. So taking down your statement is not going to do you any good, Randy, because it's being recorded. It may not go to YouTube, but it goes into the hard drive on this computer. I have software that will well, see, High Command, you might want to study up on the law. Number one, this is going into civil court. This isn't going into federal court. Federal court's for criminal. But regardless, under what law would Kim Picasio not be allowed to represent Levi Page? And I am quite certain that there are a number of lawyers out there that will take Levi Page's case. But, see, I'm calling Randy's bluff here. Randy is not going to sue Levi Page. Because if Randy sues Levi Page, she's going to have to put her hand on the Bible, raise her right hand, and say that there is a Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, that she is part of the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, that all this stuff is a government agency. She's part of the government agency. She's working in concert with the United States government. Now, she says this under oath. She will have been committing perjury, and she will also be admitting that she committed a crime, because she is falsely claiming to be an agent or representative of the United States government. This is a felony, and she's using this to get money. Now, she claims that the YouTube channel is not monetized. Well, maybe. The problem here is that one of the people associated with the high command, namely Timothy Charles HOLMSETH, is monetized. And if he is making money off the content of the high command, he is also guilty of a felony. So, Randy L. Erickson is in a lot of legal trouble. And because Randy Erickson is in a lot of legal trouble, you will not see Randy Erickson take anyone to court. All Randy Erickson tried to do here was to see if she could call her bluff with YouTube. Now, it's up to Levi Page to determine how he goes forward from here. But he accomplished something rather interesting. He got Randy L. Erickson to admit that she created and is the administrator of the high command on YouTube. She has just confessed to committing a felony. So, yeah, he has a patron page, he has a GoFundMe page, he has multiple avenues of revenue. He's making right around $600 to $800 a month that we are aware of in patron donations. No, Page is not toast. And if you believe that, you'll quit taking your comments down, because they're being recorded. And Kim Picasio is not the only lawyer in the United States. Tim HOLMSETH found that out when he tried that stunt over in New Jersey. That lawsuit didn't go anywhere. So, she'll just, Levi Page will get a lawyer, and he will file a countersuit. That's what I would do, and that's what if somebody tries that stunt with me, I've already got legal counsel set up, and it's not Kim Picasio, and that lawyer is licensed to practice in the state of Minnesota and in the state of Wisconsin. Matter of fact, the lawyer that I have on retainer is licensed to practice in the entire United States. So you just go right ahead and you try that stunt with me, Randy. It ain't gonna work. And she keeps, it's funny, how High Command takes and deletes. And also the curious thing is, once again, the High Command is in here. Randy loves this channel, and Randy is desperate trying to get me to work for Walmart. And Randy knows why I can't work for Walmart. It's because of the person that she is handling by the name of Timothy Charles HOLMSETH. So, but, I'm declaring right here and now that Randy L. Erickson is not going to sue anybody. Nobody. Because she knows that if she sues anybody, there is such a thing as discovery. And there will be this. Well, file your lawsuit, High Command, and we'll see. High Command says that no credible lawyer would represent Levi. Well, I'll tell you what, Randy, why don't you file the lawsuit? I dare you. File the lawsuit. Let's see who represents who. You're all talk. You can sit there and you can make all kinds of claims and make all kinds of declarations, but when the rubber meets the road, I want to see you slam that hand down on the Bible and raising your hand and swearing to tell the truth in court, not in some response to YouTube. Making a response to YouTube and going to court is quite different High Command, once again, I'm calling your bluff. You can sit here and criticize Kim Picazio all night long, but I want to see you file paperwork in court right now. This is Friday, 9/25. That means that first thing Monday morning, which is the 30th or 31st of August, there should be paperwork filed in federal court by you suing Levi Page. Come on, Randy, let's see you do it. Because the countdown starts today. This is day number 1 of your threat to sue Levi Page. So, every day that you do not... Oh, look at all these messages disappear. The high command really poop, 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 right up the road, man. They just... Randy's scared. It's too late. There's people in here taking screenshots of the chat. I've taken screenshots of the cat. Why do you keep deleting all your comments, High Command? What are you scared of? It doesn't matter because, I have 16 witnesses right now to your statement that you are going to sue Levi Page. And I dare you, once again, to sue Levi Page. Sue him. Put your money where your mouth is. Go down and file the paperwork. Go for it. Come on, Randy. This is what we've been waiting for. So you file your little lawsuit. Let's see you go for it there. High Command with Picazio Gate and all this other bullshit needs to start putting Well, I'll tell you what, that's another lie on your part, Randy. See, Randy, you lie all the time. You have no idea what the truth is. There is no feud going on between Levi and Kim. They are still best friends. So you can sit there and you can lie and you can steal from people that are stupid enough to follow you. But sooner or later, they're going to wake up. And what's going to wake these people up is tonight you're sitting here, Randy L. Erickson, declaring that you are going to sue Levi Page. And for every day that you do not sue anybody, people are going to realize that your words are empty. That you are not capable of suing anybody. Because the one thing you do not want to do is go to court. Because they will eat you for lunch. You'll be in jail charged with perjury before the first gavel goes down. Yeah. Randy's a fraud. Tim HOLMSETH's a fraud. Phil McConnell's a fraud. They're all frauds. They're liars. They're grifters. They take advantage of a political belief to suck money from gullible people. They've got Cynthia Absug up in Colorado that's facing 10, 20 years in prison because she followed their advice. It's just... And, Randy comes in here, does the huff and the puff, and then she deletes all her comments. She does not have the confidence to let the comments stand in here. Well, High Command, why don't you, when you sue Levi Page, why don't you answer that for us? Why don't you go ahead and answer that? I mean, why do you keep, High Command, why do you keep deleting your post? What are you scared of, High Command? I should say Randy, because Randy is the High Command. What on earth are you scared of, Randy? Why are you so damn scared that the minute you post your comments, you take them right back down again? You're a little scaredy cat, Randy. You just can't, you don't have the guts to stand by your words. You take your words down the minute you put them up, thinking that, oh, nobody's going to see this. When this hits YouTube, your comments aren't going to be there. I got news for you, Randy. There are people right now, including me, taking screenshots of your comments. Well, Timothy HOLMSETH has insinuated that I'm a pedophile. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Now, I'm just reporting what other people said. It is my opinion he probably is. It's my opinion. I have a right. Don't forget, Randy, you opened the door to all this. You are the one to put out there. We all have these First Amendment rights to speculate, give opinions, so on and so forth. So I am exercising my constitutional right. So there. Randy, you got to think of these things. When you go around accusing people of things, you got to think that you just opened the door for counter accusations. Now, if you had kept your big fat mouth shut, and if Timothy had kept his big fat mouth shut and talked about everything else and not... No, I am not scared of Timmy. I'm definitely... Timmy's scared of me. Timmy's gone. Timmy's nowhere to be found. Timmy has not been on the internet since the 1st of August. And probably not until May. There has been nothing from Tim HOLMSETH in over a month and a half. He has not done a live stream. He has not done one of these mobile things from his car. He has vanished. Timothy HOLMSETH may not even be alive, because Timothy HOLMSETH cannot resist being offline. And so with Tim HOLMSETH not being online, something is strange going on here. So, who knows? Maybe Tim HOLMSETH has gotten the coronavirus and is sitting in intensive care somewhere. There's something really weird going on here. Or maybe Timothy realized that he's in a lot of hot water and he just said, I'm out of here. I quit. And he's gone. And then, High Command has put up everything on all the sites. It's High Command publishing all this. It's not... Tim HOLMSETH isn't doing a damn thing. Well, High Command, you're obsessed with me because you're in here and you're making a fool out of yourself. Why is it, High Command, that you go around filing takedown notices against critics of Tim HOLMSETH and you? What are you scared of? Why are you so scared to be criticized? Is it the truth is affecting you, that you don't want the truth out there? That people are running away from you in droves because they see the fraud? That's what's happening here, folks. Randy Erickson and Timothy HOLMSETH are running scared. They're finally beginning to realize that people are catching on to their stupidity. They realize that the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force is a figment of their imagination. There is no Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. Timothy Charles HOLMSETH is not the media spokesman for President Trump. President Trump never heard of Tim and HOLMSETH. Donald Trump doesn't give a tinker's damn about Timothy HOLMSETH. It's all stupidity. And we have more messages being retracted by the High Command. They just poof. It's amazing. Even when I call her. And Randy Erickson did a favor for all you people out there that do YouTube channels that have takedown notices for copyrights. Take a look at Randy Erickson's letter. She just cleared the way for everyone to do anything they damn well please with their videos, because Randy L. Erickson is a public figure. Her claims of being with the federal government to be an agent of the federal government. And because of that, her material can be used as fair use because it's being used for debate, it's used for criticism, it's used for all these things. So Randy Erickson, who is supposed to be some kind of a judge, tax judge, auditor, whatever the hell, published, contained meaningful information. Now this goes for Rebecca's content, Dodger's content, anybody else who has had problems with Tim HOLMSETH and this gang of thieves who go around filing this stuff with social media. This says it right here, that all the videos made by you people contain meaningful information of great public importance and so forth, and having to do with people that claim to be agents for the United States government and representatives of the United States government. So, you know, Randy Lynn Erickson has opened the floodgates. Anyone from now on who is willing to risk having their address published online can appeal any takedown order by YouTube. And the Insurrection Act does not apply. I don't know where this woman got her information wrong, but I agree with you, Chad. I saw that and I almost spit my Pepsi out, because that's wrong. This law does not apply. This is typical copyright law here. This has nothing to do with the Insurrection Act. If anybody is guilty of the Insurrection Act, in my opinion, it's QAnon and people like Randy Lynn Erickson, because what they are proposing is the overthrow of a democratic government by putting somebody in power by fiat. Don't even bother having a vote. You know, just put him in by fiat. Doesn't matter if you are voting for Trump or not. Just put him in automatically. Because some woman sitting in a house out in the middle of nowhere in a hick town says so. You know, it's just, you know, I think it's funny. I mean, Randy comes in here, she makes all these statements, and within a minute of making the statement, she retracts them all. She has retracted every single statement she's made since she came in here. Every one of them. Not one comment by the high command is left in here. Now that says a lot. So, you know, this is the thing, folks. You know, when you have somebody come up with this kind of crap and they're not willing to stand behind their statements, it says a lot about that individual. And, you know, that's Randy Erickson right there. Randy Erickson is the high command. It's not Tim HOLMSETH. It's not Redbeard from up in Alaska. It's not Kurt or Chris. It's Randy L. Erickson. And it's not Randy Q. Erickson. You know, notice that she doesn't use Randy Q. Erickson. She uses Randy L. Erickson. And that's because Randy L. Erickson is her legal name. You know, so she has put her name out there as the identification of owning the Task Force channel on YouTube. And I guarantee you, if somebody were to file the same thing with the Special Operations Task Force on YouTube, Randy Erickson is probably behind that one. You know, people need to start going after her, for at the very least what we're doing is we're starting to identify the people behind these accounts. And this is how you do it. You know, Randy Erickson went and put her foot in her mouth by counterclaiming. She should have just let the video go and she would have been fine. Nobody would have known for sure that the task force was Randy Erickson. But she had to be, and she wanted to play big shot and decided to go after Levi, and she fell right into the trap. And now everybody knows that she is the one behind the task force. And this is another checkoff we can make that Tim HOLMSETH is not the one behind task force. Well, the account on YouTube's been posting for a long time, and they've gone after Levi for whatever reason. They're doing quite fine. They're in the back room enjoying the air conditioning. I think Skippy might be under the fan. He likes the fan in the living room. So he might be under the fan, but Amber's in the back. But you know, I just think it's funny. I think, well, by the looks of it, I think Task Force finally gave up. She said, the hell with it, I've been screwed already. But, you know, that was my breaking news. And I guess, whoop, I didn't want that one. Let me put this back, get this one over here. I'm going to discuss briefly the Chaos Project. Now, I'm not going to reveal what the Chaos Project is, but what I would like to do, I would like to try to get people to like and subscribe, because I am going to be starting the Chaos Project on September 14th, 2020. It's going to be 5 days of on-site coverage. Now, I will get into the details of the project probably sometime in the next week or so. But the project itself is starting on September 14th, and it's going to run from that Monday through Friday. I will then have a live stream probably on Sunday reviewing what happened during Project Chaos, but there will be daily uploads of my progress as they take place. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will all be updated. Sunday is a departure time because this is outside the state of Florida. So Sunday will be the departure segment and arrival at initial destination. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be the segments. And Friday, I return to Orlando. Saturday, I may or may not do a live stream. I doubt it because I have an appointment on Saturday. But Sunday for sure, I will be online explaining some additional details about the Chaos Project that will be left out until the end of the series. There's a big reveal, if you could call it, that will come on the Sunday after the completion of the Chaos Project series. And so, you know, Randy might want to stay tuned for this. I know Kirk might want to, and Chris may want to, and Cynthia Absug may want to, and there's a whole bunch of people throughout the United States that may want to tune in. And even though, you know, I'm not saying exactly what this is about, because, you know, you can assume everything, but don't assume anything, because it's, you know, nobody, I don't think, is going to understand exactly what's going on with the Chaos Project. People can guess until they turn blue in their face, but nobody has any idea of what this project is about. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise. I hope it's going to be worth everybody tuning in, you know, because it's something that's been in the works for about 6 months. I've done a lot of planning on this, and I had planned on going in October, but I want to get this out of the way before other events take place. You know, it's going to be a busy fall in 2020, so I want to get some of this stuff out of the way, and this project is one of them. Now, as I said previously, the last day in September is going to be, or the last day of August, I stand corrected, is going to be the last day that I do anything of this nature. My primary discussion is going to move away from the grifters, from Tim HOLMSETH, Randy Erickson, and so forth, with the exception of the countdown to the lawsuit. Now, each and every day, I'm going to make a post on Twitter around 6 o'clock Eastern saying that day 1, no lawsuit, day 2, no lawsuit, so forth, and so on and so forth, until the paperwork is filed in the Minnesota Federal District Court, because that's the state of residence for Randy Lynn Erickson. Because Randy Lynn Erickson has made a threat on tonight's show that she is going to sue Levi Page. And every day that Randy Lynn Erickson does not sue Tim Holmes, or sue Levi Page, we're going to remind her. And we're going to remind everybody else. We're calling Randy Lynn Erickson's bluff. And it's going to not be any of this sovereign citizen bullshit. It's going to be in regular United States Constitutional Court. And that's going to be the Federal District Court for Minnesota in Minneapolis. So, all 20 people here are waiting, Randy, for you to put your money where your mouth is and file that lawsuit. Because I guarantee you, I will be on an airplane and in Minnesota the first day this is heard in court. So, you know, the longer Randy waits, the longer I have time to get things in order to be up there for that trial. You know, I like covering trials, and this would be a legitimate federal trial. So when Randy files her lawsuit, I want to be up there. And so this is the thing. I am going to need to have at a minimum 1,000 subscribers on this channel, because when I go up to Minnesota to cover the lawsuit against Levi Page, I want to have the capabilities of live mobile streaming from in front of the courthouse. Now, federal courts don't allow live streaming from inside the court, but they do allow it outside the court. And so I can make notes and so on and so forth, and then when the proceedings are done for that day, I can come out on the courthouse steps and I can give a briefing on what happened in the court in this forthcoming lawsuit. And so I need the 1,000 subscribers. Now, people out there that are against Levi and Kim that want to see live coverage of this trial, you're more than welcome to subscribe. Yeah, because Randy Erickson's making this threat. You know, she's declared on this channel that she's going to sue Levi Page. And so that means that you all would have a front seat to Randy Erickson's big lawsuit. So I would suggest that you people subscribe to this page. Spread the word, everybody. Let everybody know that Randy Erickson is going to sue a nationally known media personality in the state of Minnesota. And like and subscribe this channel, because I will be up there within 6 hours of notice to cover that trial. So, all right, Levi, going to do that. You are aware that you have been named in a lawsuit. Randy says she's going to sue you. Oh, yeah. And, Randy needs to get a hearing aid. Because I did not say I was legal counsel for anybody. I don't have a law license. I can't represent you. I can't represent anyway. So Randy Erickson just lied again. Where did I say? We got 18 people in here. Some of you have been in here since the beginning. When did I say that I was legal counsel for Levi Page? Where is it on the board here? Can anybody give a screenshot or even a clip of this video that says that anywhere that says that I'm legal counsel for Levi Page? I would love to see that. Patrick Henry, why don't you file a complaint with the Florida Bar Association saying that I claim to be a lawyer? That would be a riot. Well, of course I didn't, Rebecca, but, she's preaching to the choir over there. She's trying to bolster up her audience over there with coming up with this bullshit. And she sits there and says, "Oh, I'm legal counsel for Levi Page." This woman is absolutely positively insane. Well, of course I didn't say it. Anybody with any common sense? None. I'm not going to go to jail saying I'm a lawyer, for crying out loud. I'm not that stupid. It's just these people just don't get it. All Randy's doing by making these false accusations is just making it deeper, because I'm going to get up there and, she says that. I go up there as a material witness. The first thing I'm going to ask is, where did I say that I was legal counsel for Levi Page? Come on, Randy. You say these things. Where is it? And Patrick Henry is either Randy L. Erickson or Tim HOLMSETH. But it's not Tim HOLMSETH, because Tim HOLMSETH is likely dead. It's my opinion that he is probably dead. Because it's not like Tim HOLMSETH to stay off the internet. He is addicted to the attention of the internet. Since he's not on the internet, something's going on. So all these people are doing is getting themselves in deeper. Because this is another false statement that's being made. And I'm going to enlarge this. Oh, this is that idiot thing. But, Levi Page has a legitimate gripe. And, he filed a takedown order. And YouTube granted it. YouTube knows that it's his material. And Randy perjured herself in saying that she's going to file this big lawsuit. And I'm going to remind people every day that Randy came in here and said that she is going to sue Levi Page. And then Randy, brave soul as she is, deleted all of her content. So, it's why anybody believes this woman is beyond me. She's such an obvious liar. And the fact she does it not realizing that people are in here. And, okay, so the Mert and Geraldo cartoon just went up on Patrick Henry's account. And this always happens, folks. Whenever these people get backed up in the wall, they take the material created by a convicted pedophile. Let that sink in. They believe the word of a convicted pedophile with these videos that are being put up. But rather than say when the lawsuit's going to take place, what the grounds of the lawsuit are going to be, they come after me. Now we have 1, 2, 3, well, actually now it's 4 postings on the Patrick Henry page. This latest one is 15 minutes ago. So Randy immediately got off my channel, went over to Patrick Henry, dug up all these videos and cartoons and put them right back up on her Patrick Henry page, making the false and defamatory statement that I am Levi Page's legal counsel. She knows damn well that's a lie, but she lies anyway. Of course I didn't. You know, Randy knows it. Everybody knows it. But Randy cannot tell the truth. Randy is incapable of telling the truth. And yet she goes to YouTube and declares that she's telling the truth. And she lies to YouTube. She filed a complaint, counter-complaint with YouTube. She swore under penalty of perjury what she says is true, and it's a lie. It's an easily provable lie. You know, she has no regards for the truth. No, Levi's not broke, at least as far as I know. And, you know, I don't trust a word Randy Lynn Erickson says. And, you know, calling me names again. Trustee position at Gitmo. Oh, it's probably the Randy under a different name. You know, these people never come in here under their real name. It's just another troll. But, you know, Randy and these other people are stuck on this Gitmo thing, and they do not understand that United States citizens don't go to Gitmo. She does not have a clue how Gitmo works, why it was set up the way it was, who the people are being held there, and why. She's a moron. But people that are in this QAnon suck the stuff up like a sponge. You know, common sense is a stranger with these people. They have no clue how things work. Absolutely none. And they believe this tripe. They believe someone who claims to be former CIA, NSA, or whatever. A complete stranger. Nobody has ever verified who QAnon is. Is it an individual? Is it a group? Who is QAnon? Nobody knows. Nobody's come out and gone on and had a press conference and says, I am QAnon. Nobody. You know, people claim it, but they can't prove it. And so art, you know, Aminal, I love these people. Well, they're retarded because they believe that there's a Q to begin with. You know, Q is some kid in the basement playing all these people for fools. You know, they put up these number puzzles and charts and... Yeah, how do we know that, Admiral? How do we know who you are? You know, you say you're not Randy. How do we know that? You know, prove it. You know, you're a name on here. You know, you believe her bullshit. So, yeah, you're just another one of these gullible morons that gets sucked into this QAnon crap. You know, it's sad. Yeah, Patrick Henry must be watching this real time because she posted 2 minutes ago. So, that's funny. Mert thinks he's a cop. He says he's working international trafficking case with the feds. Really? When did I say that, Patrick? Yeah, I love this. This is amazing. I'm having 100% attention now from Patrick Henry. Mert thinks he's a cop. Oh, really? When did I say I'm a cop? What department am I with? Who's my commander? He says he's working with international trafficking case with the feds. Which agency am I working with? Is it the CIA, NSA, FBI, joint, the JTTF? I mean, who's this police stuff that I'm... Do I know about Gabe Huffman? Why don't you refresh my memory? I don't recall Gabe Huffman. Is he somebody that claimed to be QAnon or something? I don't know. Well, Canadian Alberta, that is quite possible. The only thing is that if Timothy HOLMSETH is in jail, I would know it, because I've registered to a number of databases that keep track of people that get arrested. And the minute he goes in jail anywhere, I'll get notified. So Timothy's probably, if not at the bottom of a lake somewhere, just sitting on a couch in the living room and eating popcorn and watching Tom and Jerry cartoons or something. But he's not on assignment. He's not doing anything except, just staying out of sight. Well, this one's, once again, he likes the name calling. Patrick Henry says, Filthy Mert publicly stated he ran a chat board and his mods were pedophiles. He admits that he was literally surrounded by pedophiles. Now, we all know the story. I've said it before on prior chats. The sister of one of my administrators was an unregistered sex offender. This woman had sex in front of her own children. When this was found out, the sister came on my channel without my permission and stated that the children lied. And the administrator of my channel, a woman who used to go by Nana NC, backed her up and said the children lied. So that's two women. Now, Nana NC was a grandmother. And then there's the third woman, this Lisa person that High Command talked about in my room. She went along with it and said that the children lied. I fired them all because, number one, I did not give permission to these women to use my chat room as a sounding board to declare that two children that had witnessed the act and had taken pictures of it were liars. But Patrick Henry won't fill that detail in. That's this is how Patrick Henry and Tim work. They don't want the truth out, but the truth is out there. If you can go and look for Nana NC, you can look for Tinkerbell, and all these other people's, and it's in the Lake County records. Canadian Amber's fine. She's in getting nicely air conditioned. She may come out eventually, because whenever Cheryl comes out, the dog, she comes out with her. Well, maybe Patrick Henry's Tim. I am going to hold it to my opinion that it's Randy L. Erickson, because I don't think Tim HOLMSETH is online anymore, because Tim HOLMSETH likes his name out there. And if Patrick Henry was Tim HOLMSETH, he would identify himself as Tim HOLMSETH. All right, another one. Filthy Mert has an on-again, off-again bromance with Craig Sawyer. They plan trips to Thailand together. Now, every time Patrick Henry puts one of these bullshit posts up, I'm going to call him on it. Because, number one, if there's such a bromance going on between me and Craig Sawyer, why has Craig Sawyer got me blocked? Now, personally, I don't know why Craig Sawyer blocked me, but I have been blocked by Craig Sawyer for a long time. I do not have any contact with Craig Sawyer. So, another lie. That's all Tim HOLMSETH is capable of, is lying. That's all Randy Lynn Erickson is capable of, is lying. They'll never tell the truth. Well, Craig Sawyer sure as hell doesn't like me because he refuses to contact me. He's got me blocked. He wants nothing to do with me. So, I don't know where Patrick Henry thinks that, there's a bromance going on between Craig Sawyer. It's just, these people believe this stuff because you see the comments that are made on these various pages, and these people are crazy. It's amazing. But, apparently he's watching the channel, or she is watching the channel, because we're running about every 2 minutes on the Patrick Henry Facebook page. It's to the point now, I do not feel sorry with the people that subscribe to this nonsense. If these people are stupid enough to believe an ultra-liberal Democrat is alive and going to be vice president of Trump, which that just went out the window, because, everybody, guess who is the nominee for vice president of the United States? Mike Pence. What happened to JFK Jr.? His name did not come up. So that one went out the tubes. Abnormal artist? No. Nobody is afraid of Tim HOLMSETH. Tim HOLMSETH is nothing but shit on a sidewalk. Nobody's scared of him. He's an annoyance. It's sad, really, that people like you, Admiral, fall for his nonsense. Shows how absolutely positively stupid you are. Anybody that believes a word out of Tim HOLMSETH's mouth is an idiot. You're the biggest morons in the history of the planet. So if you're just making an ass out of yourself, and you're either Tim, Randy, or one of the other 5 people that are in this ring of thieves. Because if you're that stupid to believe this crap that comes out of Tim HOLMSETH and Randy Lynn Erickson, then you're one of them. I don't care what name you come in here under. Well, then why are you posting what you're posting? Why bring up Jeremiah Reagan? Jeremiah Reagan was a guy that used to be close to Kim. He helped to some extent in the Haley Cummings case. And that's about it. I mean, he's just a guy that is being falsely accused, once again, by Tim HOLMSETH, of things that he did not do or say. Jeremiah, as far as I know, he's off the internet. He doesn't discuss anything. He doesn't care anything. But nobody will leave him alone. You know, Tim brings him up all the time. Well, I'm answering them for you. Tim HOLMSETH goes after people who are innocent. He's obsessed with the Haley Cummings case. The Haley Cummings case happened in 2009. Local law enforcement there are of the strong opinion that the woman who, well, the girl, she was 17 years old, the girl that was the guardian of the 3-year-old girl knows what happens to her. There's no big plot. Nobody sold the girl into child trafficking or any of this other crap. It involved the family. It's probably just another common thing that happens to tens of thousands of kids all over the country, that they just had the bad luck of falling in with a dysfunctional family and lost their lives because of it. Very close to what happened in the Casey Anthony case. I don't know who it is. There's somebody that claims they're asking questions. I don't speculate. It's somebody with a username. So, they want to troll. It helps my engagement numbers. There's no such thing as bad publicity. So if they want to help the channel, more power to them. Because when the trolls come in here, my numbers go up. That's the funniest thing that I've noticed. That if I come on here and do a live stream at night, I don't get half the numbers I'm getting right now. L. Kennedy, I do not know if the funds got to Phil McConnell's attorney or not. There's been no information on that. I don't know if that kind of information is obtainable. I highly doubt it. But the people that ran that donation drive better hope that it did. Because if it's found out that this is another one of these... Admiral, I don't even think they know each other. Jeremiah is not part of anything. He's a guy that was briefly in St. Augustine because he happened to be friends with Kim, and he's gone. He's trying to live his own life. He knows none of this stuff going on. You people sit here and talk about a guy who doesn't even know that you're talking about him. He doesn't care. He wants to be left alone. So, this is what people don't seem to understand. They ask me why I'm obsessed with Tim HOLMSETH. Well, go over to the Patrick Henry account on Facebook. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to tell people not to go over there because this shows the kind of guy this is. The kind of crap he puts up. Now, you people have been in here. Hell, why not? I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to the channel in here. You can go over and read the crap that this Patrick Henry has put up about me. See for yourself. And you people have been in here since the beginning on this chat, and you know that when I put up Patrick Henry is either Lynn... It is believed that... I have no idea, Admiral. I don't delve into that stuff. I don't care. Jeremiah Regan is old news. You're talking about a case that was basically out of the news for better part of 10 years. I don't know who you're asking. I can't sue because I don't have the money. It would cost thousands upon thousands of dollars, and nobody knows where these people, where Tim HOLMSETH is at. He's, I don't even know if Tim HOLMSETH is alive. But getting back to the question of Patrick Henry is probably Lynn Erickson. Randy Lynn Erickson. Because, I'm basically speculating that Tim HOLMSETH is no longer, either he's no longer alive or he's not able to get online. It's one of the two. Because nothing in Tim HOLMSETH's name has been published in quite a long time. August 5th was the last time we saw something with Tim's name on it, and even then we don't know if it was Tim that posted it because people have access to his account. The proof is there. There's people writing on Tim's blog that aren't Tim. I'd have to go over and look at the blog, but the people writing under Tim's name, it's not Tim. Okay, here we go again. Yeah, he put up the chat. As I've said before, for the 100th time, Lake County Sheriff's Department examined this chat, showed where the chat was fake, and dismissed it outright. And Tim is supporting the work of pedophiles. It was a pedophile that created that account, a convicted pedophile. It's part of court records. People can check it out. But this Patrick Henry person is doing it again. Anytime that I challenge these people, they just recycle this old stuff. This thing here is 12 and a half years old. Now, if I was guilty of this, I should be in jail right now. But it's not going to happen because there's nothing there. I am the one that took this to the Lake County Sheriff's Department and showed it to them. I filed a complaint about it. And they examined it and they said this is crap. So Patrick Henry Patrick Henry can recycle this stuff. The link is in the chat. You people can go check it out so that you know what I'm having to put up with. And this has been going on now since 2009. And, Tim, none of these people will investigate these claims. Not one. I check from time to time with the Lake County Sheriff's Department. Not one person has called the Lake County Sheriff's Department to check on this chat. Not one. There's been no FOIA request, nothing. So that shows you what kind of investigative reporter this person is. Tim is one of these yellow journalism people that go out and they draw their own conclusions and they won't look at mitigating evidence. They won't look at exculpatory evidence. They frame the narrative to their lane of thought, and that's it. So this Patrick Henry person is just telling lie after lie after lie after lie. Who wrote this? Well, the person that wrote it goes by Monoxide, MMAC. He also uses the name Renzo Loves Cake. And it says right there who wrote it. And it's not me. And remember, Patrick Henry, you said that I had administrators that were pedophiles. Well, guess what? Those administrators had my login information for this chat. And so it would be an easy thing for these administrators to go into this account under my name and allow Monoxide to do what he damn well pleased with my channel. That's where these chats came from. For someone that is an investigative reporter. Yeah, I have a lawyer on retainer. That does not mean that I am the lawyer for Levi Page. Let's get things straight. I have him on retainer, but I haven't paid him yet. Now, if I have to, I will get the money. I can't afford it, but if I have to, I'll go to work for Walmart and get the money, if I can get a job, to get him sued. Because I am tired of this crap. Now, you sitting here, I don't have to worry about it because nothing's going to happen. Randy's not going to sue anybody. She took all her stuff off my board. But yeah, I cannot afford to sue. It's a burden. And Randy knows it. And she thinks that she can get away with it. But if I have to, I will come up with the money. One way or another. I've talked to the lawyer. I've explained my situation. The lawyer has said that they will work with me when the time comes. The lawyer has told me what needs to be in place in order for a lawsuit to go forward. So, now, Marcia, technically I did say retained. You know, you can have a lawyer on retainer and not pay the lawyer. That's up to the lawyer. The lawyer can say, okay, I'm going to charge you X number of dollars to be on retainer or not. The lawyer can do what they damn well please, rate-wise. There's no law that says a lawyer has to collect a retainer. You can give a lawyer $1, and that's a retainer. I am now. See, Admiral, this is, and Levi will tell you this. Levi and I were at each other's throat almost from the beginning because I was angry. And part of the reason that Levi and I were angry with each other is because of a person that went by the name of Radio News. Radio News was playing everybody against each other. And once we all found out what the games are, we had a little bit of an online conference and said, hey, we'll agree to disagree. We're not going to let radio and these trolls play with us anymore. We're not going to be their puppets. And if there's something that comes up, you call me or I'll call you and we'll work it out. So I guess now you could say we're friends. But that wasn't always the case. And the thing of it is if you go back, I have a 10-year history online. I have 3 blogs. You can go on any of those blogs and you're going to see where me and Levi were going at it like pit bulls in a dogfight. So everything's there. I don't hide anything. Nothing. So go do your research. I would say 0, Admiral. I can't put words in Levi's mouth, but Levi has nothing to apologize for. And tonight proves it. The goal of Tim Holmseth and his crowd is to get people fired from their jobs. Yeah. He keeps doing it. Let's see. Tim, this so-called investigative reporter put up something that was published on November of 2011. This is August of 2020. Doesn't say who the author was. See, this scam informer is supposed to be for reporting customers. And now Patrick Henry has put up this. Now see, this is what Patrick Henry, a.k.a. Randy L. Erickson, a.k.a. Tim Holmseth, does. When they get criticized or backed into a corner, they go through all the stuff that Radio News used to have and put it up here on this page. The very person that attacked Tim Holmseth is responsible for the content that's being put up right now. And people like Lisa and people like Tinkerbell and the woman who was convicted of 4 counts of lewd acts on a child. This is the kind of people that Randy and Tim support. They actually are helping the cause of pedophiles. But, yeah. See, Patrick Henry wants to make sure that I can't get a job. Because Patrick Henry knows that if I get a job, I'll be able to get money and I can turn around and I can start suing people. So they have to keep me unemployed. They can't afford for me to go to work. Even the Walmart, they can't afford for me to go to work. Because right now I'm on Social Security and so I'm breaking even. I make just enough money to pay all my expenses and maybe have a couple dollars left over. But rather than debate the facts, they just keep recycling old garbage. Yeah, if you search William K. Murtaugh, MURTWITNESSONELIVE, you're going to see this stuff all over the place. And, I don't hide. If you want to go check it out, I put my real name on the air. I don't hide behind names like Admiral whatever or Task Force. My name is out there. This is the one thing that these people can't deny, that I do not hide. I don't run away. They're not going to get rid of me. They could put these cartoons up and these defamation pages up, but that's not going to change. Okay, I just got the DM. Is this true or not? Did you back off or not? And you can answer on Twitter if you want. But these people don't tell the truth. And Randy is not going to sue anybody. They called CNN HLN and demanded he not appear on their show ever again. They tried to track down where he was trying to work. They were calling TV stations and radio stations all over the United States, sending out press releases. They did all kinds of stuff. You've only got 10 days. But, this is the thing. They want to silence people. They are scared of Levi Page. They're terrified of him. They want him off the internet. Because he's a threat. They don't debate him with facts. They try to get rid of him. And they're doing the same thing to me. All this Patrick Henry stuff is the same thing. They're terrified of me. I don't know why. I've only got 18 people in here right now, and one of them is probably one of these supporters. Think about it. And Admiral, you think about it. You've got a channel with 18 people. 18. Now you look at the viewership on my page. I get maybe 100, 200 on average viewers on each of my videos. That's it. Task Force gets thousands of them. These channels are huge, and yet I'm the threat. See, this is the thing, this just went up on Patrick Henry. Admiral AR-15, your post to me just came up on Patrick Henry. So why don't you tell the truth about who you are? I'm not terrified of him. I just told you what they did. They called one specific individual is by the name of HOAX, which used to be a fan of Tim's. They would call CNN, HLN. They would send letters. They even wrote a press release that disappeared. And they decided that they didn't want Levi Page to work. Now, you see, when you make accusations like what Patrick Henry's making, what Erickson's making, and so on and so forth, this stuff all goes up on YouTube. And potential employers check social media. Walmart checks social media. All major employers check social media. So this is why they do this, because they want the Google searches there. They want, when somebody types in William K. Murtaugh, these chats are going to come up, all these links are going to come up, And the employer's going to say, we don't want to hire that guy. This is how it's done. It's a form of gaslighting. It's yellow journalism, which fits Timothy because he's yellow. He's a coward. He refuses to post under his own name. He can't because he's gotten kicked off of half the social media on the internet. But well, once again, Patrick Henry and Admiral AR-15. You can have a lawyer on retainer, and you don't have to prepay for it. All you're doing is the lawyer is saying, if and when you decide to sue or take action, I will take your case. That's all it is. You can give a lawyer $1 as a symbolic. They didn't collect anything on him, AR-15. They made it all up. Everything that Tim HOLMSETH says about Levi Page is a lie. An absolute, positive, bald-out lie. He has absolutely no proof. Levi blew his top and called him one time, but that's not against the law. I mean, Tim was making accusations against Levi. He has the right to defend his reputation. And Tim got scared. Tim goes around and makes some of the most outrageous crap up. Admiral, let me ask you this. Do you know what ricin is? Do you have any idea what ricin is? You know how potent ricin is? I have a reason for asking this. Do you know what ricin is? Answer me, Admiral. Yeah, I'll give you a minute to think about it, but you think, I want you to tell me what ricin is. R-I-C-I-N. My Sunday Murtathon was supposed to be about this subject. Yeah, crickets right now. Admiral's kind of, what the hell is ricin? What is, what's ricin now? Dodger Stone is a guy that makes cartoons on YouTube. Funny cartoons. You ought to go watch them. They're very entertaining. All right, you've heard of it. What is it? What is ricin? I mean, you seem to be an expert on stuff. Come on. R-I-C-I-N. Bum ba bum bum bum. Wrong. Wrong. Ricin is a poison. It's a poison that Russians use to poison people that are against Putin. It's a biological weapon. Well, actually, it could be a chemical weapon because ricin is actually a chemical. And if they use ricin to try and cure the COVID, you're dead. Timothy Charles HOLMSETH, according to one of his supporters, claims that he was poisoned most likely by ricin 4 times. Now this is important. A pizza delivery driver out of work, somebody attempted to poison 4 times. Now this is the kind of chemical, they used to mail this shit through the mail. We had a big scare way back when. And when ricin was detected, it's in a white powder. They shut down the entire post office and sterilized it. And yet, Timothy Charles HOLMSETH claims that someone tried to poison him 4 times with ricin. Now just let that sink in. Ricin. And okay. Now this is from the Center for Disease Control. If you think you've been exposed to ricin, get into fresh air and call 911 or your local emergency number right away. Ricin is a poison that can be made from the waste left over from processing castor beans. Castor beans are used to make castor oil. Ricin can be potentially used as a biological weapon. It can be turned into an aerosol and inhaled. It can also be ingested from poisoned food or contaminated water supply or injected. Signs and symptoms of ricin poisoning depend on whether a person inhales or ingests ricin. Inhaled ricin causes fever, chest tightness, cough, and severe respiratory problems, including fluid building up in the lungs, pulmonary edema. Ingested ricin causes intestinal bleeding and organ damage. The poison can kill within 3 days of exposure. Even a small amount of ricin may be fatal. No widely reliable test exists to confirm exposure to ricin. There is no vaccine or antidote for ricin poisoning. Now, that means that Tim HOLMSETH got ricin poisoning 4 times with a substance for which there's no cure and survived. This guy must be the second Jesus or something. But yet, he goes around. And I'll tell you another funny thing. Tim HOLMSETH claims that somebody knifed the tire of his car. Now, Timothy HOLMSETH used to own a Ford Focus. Fairly small car. Doesn't sit very high off the ground. And he showed a picture. He went to the service station, allegedly, and the mechanic went whoop, 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 with a bunch of circles on the tire where it got knifed. Tim claimed to put air back in the tire, drive it to the gas station. He had to stop and fill it twice. And real weird thing about this tire, because I looked at the tire. Now, I used to be a car dealer, and I had the exact same year, make, and model of that car in inventory. At least I did at the time. Plus, I owned a Ford Taurus, which is basically the same car. I don't own it anymore. I used to. Is Nancy Grace after Timothy HOLMSETH? Nancy Grace never heard of Timothy HOLMSETH. She doesn't care about Timothy HOLMSETH. Getting back to this subject that you seem to have forgotten about. Hi, Leanne. Welcome to the I haven't seen you in a while. Anyway, getting back to the car story. So we have Tim HOLMSETH claiming that his car was punctured at least 4 times. Takes the tire to the dealer or to a car shop to get the tire fixed. The guy pulls the tire off the car. Now the first thing to note is there's no damage to the tire. Now I don't know if any of you out there have ever run a car with a flat tire. I mean, completely flat. You run a car even 2 miles, even 100 feet, he claims to have run it about a mile. There's no damage to the sidewall. There's no damage to the thread. There's no scrubbing of the thread. Nothing. It looks like a normal tire with 5 holes in it. That's number one. Number two, the tire was knifed from the inside. Now, this is a front-wheel drive car. The engine is in the front of the car, which means 60% of the weight of the car is in the front. Tim and HOLMSETH wants you to believe that somebody crawled underneath the car, took the knife, punctured this tire 5 times, and was able to get out from underneath the car without getting crushed. Guess what? I tested this theory. I took my Ford Taurus, I took an old tire that wasn't usable, put it on the car, and I had kind of an escape plan. I reached under the car, and the first time I hit that tire, there was a loud bang, and the car came flying down. And it was lucky for me that the only thing under that car was my arm. If I had been under that car, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys right now. And I called him out on it. And guess what? I also said, well, Tim HOLMSETH didn't report it. The very next day, not the same day, the very next day after I published that article, Timothy marched down to the police department and reported it. Now, Tim HOLMSETH never reported the fact that somebody broke into his car and tried to damage the car and take down the mirror. There's a lot of things that Tim HOLMSETH didn't report that he claims that showed up in this support thing that I was going to talk about on Sunday. And this is the most important thing. This is something that nobody ever heard before. I didn't see it on his blog. I never saw it on any of his YouTube channels. Timothy Charles HOLMSETH has made the accusation that members of law enforcement in Pierce County, be it DEA, Sheriff's Department, City Police Department, don't know who, raped his naked daughter. Let me repeat that. Timothy Charles HOLMSETH is accusing local law enforcement where he used to live of raping his naked daughter. I have not been able to find a report on this anywhere. Tim HOLMSETH has not put up the report. There is no report with the FBI, no report with the state police, no report with the county sheriff, nobody. Tim HOLMSETH did not report the rape alleged of his daughter, who was then a minor. Now, what father out there would refuse to report molestation or rape of their child? I can't think of an excuse for that. Doesn't matter, he can come up with any excuse he wants. But the simple fact of the matter is, according to this poster in support of Tim HOLMSETH, he claims that law enforcement raped his daughter. Now, nothing on Patrick Henry yet about that one. Yeah, and it's funny, Patrick Henry talks about lying, and Patrick Henry lies all the time. This thing with this lawyer. He keeps changing his stories. First, I'm supposed to be the lawyer for Levi Page. Now, I'm saying I've got a lawyer on retainer, yet I said that I can't afford a lawyer, which both is true, and I've explained why. And it's been 18 minutes now. I guess he got tired. Yeah, Admiral Art, whatever your name is, you are so obvious, it's pathetic. I mean, you might as well give up on your lie. I mean, you're completely disregarding what I told you about AR-15 or about Corona, because I caught you. Well, the Russian dissident who was flown out of Germany and taken to, or flown out of Russia and taken to Germany, has been diagnosed with being poisoned with ricin. They suspect he was poisoned with ricin. Kim Jong, whatever his name is, of North Korea, poisoned his brother. No, I don't smoke. I can't stand cigarettes. I don't smoke. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke pipes. I don't chew tobacco. I don't ingest tobacco. None of it. I don't smoke anything. Both my father and my wife died partially because of their smoking. My father got cancer of the bone marrow from smoking cigars and smoking pipes. The smoking, my wife was a heavy smoker and she died in part because of her smoking. So I have no use for smoking. No, I don't smoke weed. I am for the legalization of pot, but I don't smoke it. So you thought wrong. I don't, people are, I am for the legalization of marijuana. I think people have a right, if they want to smoke it or do whatever they want with it, fine with me. I just don't smoke it. Well, T plus 21 minutes. I guess Patrick Henry's trying to figure out how to deal with this. Oh, and Admiral, you are aware that Tim HOLMSETH claims that the Vice President of the United States wanted him dead. I thought that was probably one of the more interesting claims. That an unemployed pizza driver was the subject of an assassination by the Vice President of the United States. That's weird. No, I do not support looters. I support Black Lives Matter, but I do not support looting. It's hurting their message. But at the same time, they're finding out that some of the looting is being done by right-wing agitators, professional agitators. Anybody caught looting needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. This stuff's been going on for eons. One of the earliest cases of looters is a bunch of guys that dressed up like Indians went up onto a boat, looted tea from England and threw them into the ocean. Looting is something that's been going on for a long time. Is it right? No. These people that are destroying businesses, arrest them, put them in jail, make them pay the damages. I don't believe in people blocking highways either. It's a stupid thing to do. I don't want them run over. I don't know. The conservatives declare that Social Security is socialism, and I support Social Security because it's what's keeping me from being out on the street. The wealthy seem to like it because they got trillions upon trillions of dollars in socialist aid from the Republicans. We have socialism in this country of varying degrees. People throw the word around like it's some kind of an evil thing, and they don't bother to check and see exactly what socialism is. Because if you drive on the nation's highways, that's part of socialism. If you fly in an airplane, there's socialism involved there. If you get a letter from the United States Post Office, that's socialism. people, instead of throwing these phrases around, they might want to take the time to learn exactly what they're talking about. You know, this is not... You know, I consider myself an independent. I go on both sides of the political spectrum depending on what issue that I personally am for or against. You know, I don't believe in being assigned to a particular party. I can't vote for a Democratic candidate in a primary, and I can't vote for a Republican candidate in a primary. Florida is a closed primary state. Well, that explains a lot, Admiral. That explains why you are tilting in favor of Tim HOLMSETH. Because he sucks in the conservatives. You know, and he's fooling you all. Tim HOLMSETH, if he thought the money was there, he would be over on the far left. You know, he's a phony. He's about as conservative as I am. Because he, you know, he collects disability insurance, and don't, you know, and he's lying when he says he isn't. You know, QAnon is ultra-right conservative. Probably because he's one of Tim HOLMSETH's supporters. Well, you heard wrong, Admiral. It's the other way around. Timothy HOLMSETH is terrified of Levi Page, scared to death of him. That's why he's got his girlfriend, Randy Erickson, going after Levi, because Timothy is terrified of him. You know, these trolls, they don't, you know, they don't tell the truth. You know, but, you know, if he wants to sit there and make a fool of himself, you know, or Admiral's fine, because he's just proving my point. Let's see, 27 minutes. I guess Patrick Henry fell asleep. Well, I guess Randy is not going to sue Levi Page, based on what I see up here on her page. So I guess that, oh, and she's got to attack me personally. I mean, the fact, you know, I could go around, I suppose, and tell fat jokes about her, if, you know, since this seems to be the acceptable thing. But I am not acting, you know, Randy Erickson's lying again. I am not acting as legal counsel for Levi Page. But she, you know, Randy is incapable of telling the truth. Just like all these other yo-yos. You know, one of these days, her lies are going to get her thrown in jail. You know, she's delusional if she thinks that she's going to get out of any of this stuff. Well, that's the start, you know, that's the story that was told. Who knows what happened back then? You know, somebody could have fished the tea out of the water, dried it, and used it. But, you know, the point is that there has been vandalism by people. When you set fire to a building, you're vandalizing it. You know, broken windows. You know, I don't go for any of that stuff. Yeah, of course. But, see, there's such a thing as a tone of questioning, Admiral. You can tell by the way people ask questions and how they repeat things where the bias is. Now, you are a avowed conservative. So that means that you're leaning towards Tim HOLMSETH because you're a conservative and he pretends to be a conservative. So, that answers the question. You are biased towards Tim. That's simple. You don't like the fact that I am not a right-wing conservative. But I'll tell you something funny. Most of the people on this channel, and if you've been lurking, you figured it out. Most of the people on this channel are conservative. They are Trump supporters. They are going to vote for Trump. They disagree with me politically. But they set their political differences aside because they are here for the truth. That's simple. Let that sink in. That's something that Tim does not admit. That's something that Randy doesn't admit. That 90% of the people that tune into this channel are Trump supporters. Some of them believe in Q even. Even though I criticize Q, they still come in here because that's fine. You're welcome to hang around, Admiral. I don't mind. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to delete your stuff. Well, there are never Trump Republicans. But Tim HOLMSETH is Trump HOLMSETH. Sorry, excuse me a minute. Tim HOLMSETH is a very strong Republican supporter. He believes that Trump is the only one on both sides. Not even nobody else in the Republican Party. Just Trump and his family are the solution. Tim HOLMSETH has declared that the Vice President of the United States tried to assassinate him. So, now that we got that level of understanding, that's fine. But I don't ask that people come in here and automatically believe everything I say. Do your research. Research what I say. Research what Tim HOLMSETH says. Go and check it all out and then draw your own conclusions. I can't convince people that what I say is what I say, no matter what. People are going to believe what they want to believe. But, and when I come in here and I talk about Tim HOLMSETH, because Tim HOLMSETH says he has a direct line of communication with the President of the United States, it makes him a public figure. It makes him accountable to the general public. What he says is newsworthy. Well, the only thing I would suggest, Admiral, is keep an open mind. Use your instincts. Use your common sense. Do research. Did I like Kimberly Guilfoyle's speech at the... I didn't watch the RNC. I was busy. I didn't watch any of it. I'm a never Trumper myself. I didn't bother with the convention. So I didn't hear any of that speech. It's like I said, I am leaning Democratic. I can't see voting for any Republican at all. That's just me. People got to make up their own mind. But at the same time, getting back on the subject, it is easy for people to make accusations on the internet. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. You can accuse anybody of anything, but it's proving it and putting your money where your mouth is that counts. Yeah, I've heard people talk about it. I'll look it up. Well, I've heard, she looked like she was getting ready to fly from some of the clips I've seen over on Twitter. They crucified her on Twitter. So it's, I'm going to watch some of this stuff. It's just that I've had a busy week. And for the next month, I'm going to be really busy. Because I'm preparing for the Chaos Project on the 14th. And there's a lot I have to do to prepare for that. So, excuse me. I'm going to play a guessing game here. Let everybody try and figure out what this thing is. Hi, fireman. Welcome to the fray. Kind of a moderate chat, number-wise tonight. I'm stuck at the, Highest I got, I think, was like 21. See, T plus 34 minutes. I guess Patrick Henry's done for the night. T plus 35 minutes. Yeah. I guess he wants that one to stick because Admiral criticized what I said about retainers. But, you know, that's alright. I probably should have made clear that statement, but that's alright, you know. I'm a little surprised he's concerned about my... well, Patrick Henry wasn't in here. Randy L. Erickson was in here. I got into... Randy L. Erickson outed herself as task force tonight. Randy has declared that she's going to sue Levi Page, but then she kind of got out of it because she said that YouTube is going to reinstate the video so that there might not be a need for the lawsuit after all, which means that, you know, basically she is not going to sue him because she got her little defamation yellow journalism piece back on YouTube. Does Nancy Grace support Trump? I don't know Nancy Grace's politics, Admiral. She might be a conservative. I don't know. I never looked into Nancy Grace enough to know what her politics is. Yeah, that's just... It's kind of an interesting question. Yeah, I thought that funny that the first time Randy Erickson uses her legal name is to counter a DMCA takedown. You know, she doesn't respect copyrights. You know, and this is the same Randy Erickson that was running around doing DMCAs against people all over the internet. So it's kind of funny. You know, don't do as I do, do as I say. But, you know. And then, you know, we had the lurking going on with Patrick Henry, and then, you know, whoever comes in, you know, was watching the channel, then goes over on the Patrick Henry account and posts a blow-by-blow account of what's going on here, and then all of a sudden, they're gone. You know, we're going on almost 40 minutes now, and Patrick Henry, yeah, we're 38 minutes. You know, Patrick Henry is shut up. And now, let me do something else here. Because this is where I notice a pattern. So let me look at my... Go to High Command. And nothing going on for 3 hours with the High Command. So High Command is silent. Funny thing is the High Command is exactly... you will find out what chaos is about on the 14th of September. This is going to be a closely held secret because I don't want to spoil the surprise. But I'm hoping it's worthwhile for everybody to tune in because this is an experiment and I want to see how it works out. So, yeah, Nancy Grace went over to Fox and is doing a show there now. You know, I would... If I had to guess, I would say she's at least a Republican. And whether she supports Trump or not, I don't know. You know, I have absolutely no idea, 'cause I don't pay attention to Nancy, so I don't know. Shit, I don't think I've got Task Force on this computer. Could somebody DM Task Force's password to me, or Twitter account to me? I want to check. See what she's up to, because it's not showing up on my... I'm on a different computer and the bookmarks aren't set up for that one. But to give you a little bit, task force is going, the Chaos Project is going to be an on-location 5-day project. I will be on location outside the state of Florida for 5 days. Starting, do you support the squad? If it's the one with AOC, I do to an extent. I think they are, I think the Republicans have gone off a cliff. That's my personal opinion. And people like AOC, they may be a little bit too far to the left, but I support their advocacy. I support, what they're at least trying to do, even though they may be going too far with it. But, yeah, the PPTF fireman is a joke. It's a fraud. It's fake. And, one of these days, the government's going to say enough already, and that's going to be the end of it. This is going to get somebody in a lot of trouble. And Randy's coming out, and okay, somebody left a comment on my channel. I can't go and comment on it right now, but the charges are for Phil McConnell, felony cyber stalking. It's alleged that Phil McConnell made death threats against Kim Picasio. He was served with an injunction to stop talking about her, and he basically ignored it. Okay, that's aggravated stalking. That's the correct term. Thank you. Thanks, AR. Because that's one of the reasons it's not showing up is because I blocked her. Because I got tired of her trashing my Twitter feed. And let's see. 3 hours ago. Same timeline as Randy. So, nothing on Twitter, of course. No complaints about YouTube on Twitter. So, par for the course. But, yeah, this is the thing that QAnon, by default, is now supporting violence against women. Violence against innocent women. That QAnon supports vigilantism. They want people to be judge, jury, and executioner. Definitely not. Tim HOLMSETH doesn't support any Democrat, period. And the only Republican he supports, for the most part, is Donald J. Trump, his family, and Mueller. Or not Mueller. Can't think of his name right now, but, And the only, I correct myself, the only Democrat that Tim HOLMSETH supports is JFK Jr., the supposed highly liberal Democrat that faked his death in an airplane and now was supposed to be the new vice president of the United States, but that didn't work out. And fireman, that's quite true. Well, I'm gonna let you think about that. Um, but there's a reason I'm calling it Operation Chaos, and I'm not going to reveal why. It'll become apparent uh, in the course of Operation Chaos. So you have to stay, tune in on the 14th of September, probably about. Let me check something here. I'll give you a likely time. Probably about 5 in the morning. On Well, no. I stand corrected. Uh, I will probably start up Operation Chaos um, sometime around Sunday evening. So you just have to stay tuned for. God, I got the burps. Mary Lee's. I think she's a Democrat. I can't swear it. It's been a long time since I've read anything that Mary Lee wrote. I've been out of contact with her for years. But I think she's not conservative. That's my opinion. Don't quote me on it. I can't be positive about it. But, I was always the impression she was um, a little bit towards the left at a minimum. Trying to figure out where that post is. Oh, Timothy is saying that absucked baby tortured, raped, and beaten in foster care. Now, I wonder if that's going to come out in the trial. That should be interesting. Well, that might be the case, Admiral. I don't know. Because I haven't really been paying attention to Emily. It's been like I said, it's been a long time. I think it's even before Trump was elected that I had not heard about her. Surviving Hillary countdown. Chelsea. Okay, it's not showing up. I don't know where that supporter wrote that. I've got that somewhere. I just gotta try. Because I'm going to do a murdathon or a video. I haven't decided which on this long-winded support post for Mr. HOLMSETH. Because some of the things that came out in that report is sheer nonsense. So I'm going to have to track that thing down. Because I don't know where I have it. Because I had not planned on discussing that particular subject tonight, so... Okay, so... What the hell is this? Okay, that's... All right, I'm going to have to. I'm going to try and either do a recorded video or a Sunday murdathon on this subject that I was going to discuss before, about these outrageous claims that were made. Uh, Admiral, I don't know if Mary and Tim are friends or not. Honestly, I have no idea. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen or heard anything from Mary. We don't communicate with each other. I don't think we follow each other. So I have no idea. I think there was a time that Mary got a little concerned about what Tim was doing, but whether or not she still feels that way, I don't know. I simply have no idea. Mary took a lot. You know, radio news attacked Mary Lee relentlessly. Made some bigoted and racist comments about her, doxed the living daylights out of her, just made her life pure hell. And I think, you know, Mary Lee's an older woman. I think she's basically just concentrating on her family now. You know, it's hard to say what's going on with Tim Fireman. You know, he just vanished. You know, and now we've got these people coming in as ghostwriters, and Timmy's gone. Oh, and he's not really relevant anymore. The only reason to discuss him is because of these morons that support him. But other than that, you know, he's old news. You know, he's fading to the point where probably by the first of the year, nobody's going to be discussing him anymore. Not even the supporters. He's... I put up this stupid video again. Alright, he's correcting a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's just... Well, at least he's off me for now. Yeah, Patrick Henry's back attacking Levi Page again. Oh well. Saturday Night Live. What does Saturday Night Live have to do with Levi Page? None of these videos are making any sense. But that's, you know, they put up a headline. All anybody does is read the headline. They don't even bother to check the source of this information. Yeah. Oh well. And the show is not canceled. So, yeah, they were. Mary Lee helped Tim with this book. Whoop, got the back. This is Tim HOLMSETH's book. And if you go to the acknowledgments, this is what he wrote about Mary Lee. He said, Mary Lee, you are a shining testament to legitimate law enforcement. So, this shows that they were close, because he's got a lot. Mary Lee is mentioned in this book quite a bit. And so I would say that they were still friends. Whether or not they're still friends, I don't know. But he made the dedication at the book, so they were close friends and associates at one time. Facebook. Fireman, he's over on Facebook. I put the link in here. I'll put it in again. Because he went hot and heavy against me tonight again. Or she did, I should say. But that's the link to the Patrick Henry page. They just, and as you can see, the latest one they put up is some nonsense that has to do with Levi Page that I can't even figure out. The videos have nothing to do with Levi Page. So it's weird. And then they got a bunch of shit about me up there again, as usual. It's same. This is like running reruns of Mayberry or something. It's the same show over and over and over and over again. This shit's been going on for 10 years. He gets $200 to $600 a month for it. So, there's good money in trashing people apparently. Because let me check. Let's see. Patron. Let's check out his Patron account. Okay. Tim HOLMSETH has 51 patrons. He's making $717 a month. Must be nice. Yeah, and they say crime doesn't pay. Unbelievable. And that's just Patron. That's not his other account. So he's making $717 a month on Patreon. Let's see. Come on. Huh. I didn't know that was on here. Round and around we go. Hold it. Well, Tim HOLMSETH is claiming, or Patrick Henry, excuse me, is claiming that Levi's podcast is canceled, and it was not canceled as far as I know. And he should be happy it was canceled if it was, because he's scared of him. Well, he's. He's still living in that car. Or else he's in the living room of somebody's house watching TV and eating popcorn or whatever the hell he does in there. There's rumors that there's things he does with himself in that room. Lost my train of thought. Okay. Just out of curiosity, anybody got the task force link on YouTube? Let's see. See what kind of crap is on there. Because when I do a search for it, I get everything but. Yeah, just me. That's what he's doing. He's pigging out on somebody's couch. He's not pigging out at Field McConnell's studio anymore, that's for sure. Because there ain't no more Field McConnell studio. That is done, gone. And I found out about that through Dodger, of all things. I wasn't even aware that place had been sold. I didn't know it was for sale. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta get a Pepsi. Yep, had myself a Pepsi break, guys. I don't know, I misplaced my glasses. Jeez. Oh well, I'll just have to suffer through here. I got another pair. I used to these Dollar General glasses, so I buy them for $1 a piece because I keep losing them. So if I need them, I've got them. These are a little bit too powerful for the. Hey, Skippy! Skippy's doing his nightly walk. Skippy comes around, we'll have an appearance with Skippy. Let's see. 100. Alright, we'll try these. Bear with me, folks. I pulled another. I go down to Dollar General whenever I had spare money, and I buy about $5 worth of these things. They're $1 a piece. Because the only thing I really need them for is reading. Because my prescription glasses, they don't. Okay, I got these little labels I put on them. My reading glasses are too powerful to use with the computer, because this way I can look at the computer and not be so blurred. So, I do not know what those two are doing. Oh, of course, now the other pair show up. Yeah. I don't know. Because there was a time when we thought he was dating this Remington person, or whatever the hell her name is, but that fell by the wayside. So there's no telling. You know, not that I really care. I mean, unlike Patrick Henry and all those that seem to be interested in everybody's personal lives, I simply don't care what he's doing. Levi Page was on Saturday Night Live. He was Mango. No. Jeez. You know, the thing of it is, if you're on Saturday Night Live, you get paid union scale. That's a lot of money. So, you know, it's hard to be on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, you gotta have a lot of talent. So, if he was on there, then he would be conceding that Levi has a lot of talent. See, trying to get. All right, here we go. Nope, nothing out of her for an hour. So, except for I hear Mert is screaming my name tonight. Awesome, love this. First Amendment wins again. Well, that means that the lawsuit was short-lived. She backed out of it. So, you know, you have a First Amendment to lie about people, and Randy Lynn Erickson likes lying about people. You know. You know, this FBI witness bullshit again. And of course she puts it on BitChute. Dumb. And let's see, when was this? July 15th, 2020. So this isn't even a fresh article. So first published July 15th, 2020. So this isn't even a new article. This is something old that was published back in July. So again, Tim HOLMSETH has not been online at the latest since July or August 5th. And even then, let's see. August 6th is the latest that anything is there with his name on it. And this is August 28th. So that's 2.5 weeks. And that's if this is him. You know, because anybody, if you have a password and login information, you can go into a person's account and do what you want. You know, this is what happened to me. So there's no proof that this post on the 6th of August was even done by HOLMSETH. And the post on August 5th was a referral from the Western Journal, which is a right-wing biased publication. August 5th again. YouTube.com. Let's see. And this is the high command. So Randy put up the August 4th post that was put under Tim HOLMSETH's name. I don't know if they're dating or not. You know, there's no way of knowing that. You know, they would have to admit it. You know, because there's no independent information. Okay. The last thing on the high command is 23 hours ago. And you know, it's a minute and it's 1.5 minutes. 5,600 views. And yet Randy is concerned about a channel that gets 20 people. And how many views do my, this is what's funny. This is hilarious. Okay. I get 60 views, 67 views, 83 views, 135 views, 233 and 243 views. That's a lot. I haven't gotten that number. 158, 132, 243 again. Oh no. 121. She gets 5,000 views. And she's worried about this channel. She comes in and trolls this channel. Why? Yeah, it's funny. 879 subscribers. For some reason I lost. Let's see. Okay. The High Command has 32,600 subscribers. And yet, Randy comes over to this channel with 879 subscribers, on average 20 viewers, and trolls this channel. Now let's look at the High Command's viewership. 5,000 views, 9,000 views, 15,000 views, 35,000 views, 8,000 views, 10,000 views, 6,000 views, 12,000 views, 18,000 views, 6,000 views, 8,000 views. And she's trolling a channel that has on average a couple hundred views. Why? What is so threatening about this teeny tiny little channel that she has to come in here with a big burr up her ass? That's what, Admiral, wherever you went, this is what you need to ask yourself. Why is a channel with 32,000 viewers so obsessed with a channel with 879 subscribers? 32,000 versus 879. Something ain't right. Now, if anything, people should be paying more attention to Randy than me. She should be the one to be trolled, because she's this all-important big High Command task force. She has all these viewers. And yet here I am, getting trolled. 15 people in the room. Weird. She makes a big deal out of it. She goes over and dedicates her Facebook page to me. Patrick Henry dedicates his Facebook page to me. Whole bunch, nothing about, I am more important than missing, abused children that are being trafficked. I'm more important than any of these, because they concentrate on me. It's like Dodger's little cartoon. Me, 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 me. Because it's always me. Every time I come in on here live, one of them comes in here, without fail. Either in the beginning or in the last hour. Never fails. So, this is what's hilarious about all this. And he still hasn't mentioned the Georgia. Still hasn't mentioned the U.S. Marshal operation in Georgia. Find that kind of interesting. That should have been the headline of the day. Of course it is. I don't know who it is. It's a name. But, Randy's been in here under the high command already. Task force, whatever the fuck she calls herself. Yeah, it's hilarious. But I think 20 minutes of 11 East Central Time. I think they it's past their bedtime. Oh, they're terrified. Tim HOLMSETH has me blocked on Facebook. And and the story behind why I'm blocked on Facebook. One of Terry's friend, one of Timothy's friends in East Grand Forks threatened me with violence. Threatened my life. Tim HOLMSETH blocked me. Now, I thought that was kind of weird. The guy that did the death threat is still on Tim HOLMSETH's friends list. So figure that one out. No, you said that, Patrick Henry. Don't put that on me. Patrick Henry's still listening to me, by the way. Patrick Henry can't keep his lies straight. That Randy Q. Erickson said that. You need to go over Patrick Henry and look at Randy Q. Erickson's page. As a matter of fact, just so Patrick Henry can see it, these people can't keep their lies straight. Because it's I just didn't pull that out of. Oh, I know who said it. Me. Patrick Henry can't. These people need to communicate with each other before they stick their feet in their mouth. Now I gotta hunt that down again. Unless they deleted it because it was on the damn page. That was interesting. They removed it. Because it was up there. Simon Sawyer is working with who? Yeah, let me double check. Oh shit, of course. Well, till I see proof otherwise, I am of the opinion that HOLMSETH is pushing Daisy somewhere. Well, shit, I don't know where that went. But it was one of these goofy accounts. But somebody conveniently hid it or did something with it. And then he turns around and does it again. Patrick Henry is the one that said Mango was on Saturday Night Live. It's not me. It's Tim HOLMSETH said that. Patrick Henry apparently does not know anything about lawyers. once again, if you put a lawyer on retainer, you not necessarily have to pay the lawyer. Now, it depends on the lawyer. Now, when I owned my dealership, I had a lawyer on retainer. It's part of doing business. And the only time that lawyer got paid was if I needed him for something. That's how these things work. Because all you're doing is the lawyer is saying, yes, I will take your case if and when you need me. I am retaining that lawyer in the event. The clock does not start ticking on the billing until I have the lawyer do something. And then according to whatever the rate the lawyer charges, that's the way it goes. But this is the thing, Patrick Henry is awful damn concerned about this channel and what I say. This 13 viewer channel he's concerned with. Now that's what's so funny, doesn't matter, 7 minutes ago he puts this up. Now this is supposed to be this group that is part of the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, third in line President of the United States, and they are worried about a channel that has 13 viewers on it. You know how pathetic that is? To be worried about a channel with 13 people on it? There's all kinds of important things going on here in the world. There's these tens of thousands of kids that are missing and abused, according to these people, and yet they're taking all this precious time and concentrating on this channel. Happens every time I go on the air. And I think it's cute, and I've had people ask me, they say, why is this guy so obsessed with you? And I say, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing I can do. 13 people. What the hell am I going to do on YouTube with 13 people? The high command's got 32,000 people. Sheesh. Well, somebody, Levi, said that your channel's been canceled. And that's what this, thing is over there all about, is that your channel was canceled. We're not talking about Randy Erickson with the $717 a month. We are talking about Timothy HOLMSETH. Now, if you're making $717 a month, you don't have a place to live, you're living out of the car, and you are getting public assistance, which don't tell me you're not, because you are. And that's just on one funding account. That's not counting the other funding accounts he's got. So, and again, Patrick Henry only knows this because Patrick Henry is monitoring this account right now. He is one of the 14 viewers on here. Well, I know it hasn't been canceled. I just needed to hear it. But, he is saying that you got all upset and had a temper tantrum and everything. And now people are saying that you were on Saturday Night Live and all that. It's crazy. And then he retracts it. Because it's right here, 44 minutes ago. Fred Willard's high-class manage assigned from Mighty Win. They put up 2 YouTube channels. It is possible he flunked the MMTI, which is whatever that is. And they talk about, this is the post that Timmy put up about you. I'll put this up here. Or whoever it was. And, I got to correct myself because this this is probably Randy using this Henry account, because Tim HOLMSETH is likely not alive anymore. But this is put up about Levi Page. And then, see, the thing of it is, there's two videos put up. The first video, some people from Austin Pavey University went to school call him Mango from Saturday Night Live. Here's the video they said he was in. So it was, according to Patrick Henry, it was the people from Austin Pay University that said he was on Saturday Night Live. So apparently Patrick Henry doesn't read his own post. And that's where this came from. And I said, well, if he was, he made a lot of money because they pay scale, which is in the hundreds of dollars an hour with an 8-hour minimum. Well, I don't either. He's damaged me beyond repair, so anything he says about me, it really doesn't matter. 52, let's see. I don't know. She's in her 50s, I think. So her, Timothy is 51. Or no, he just turned 52 in June. So I would think they're pretty close to the same age. I'm trying to see something. Yes, she is. No, I don't like. That's not going to work. Again, this is on the other computer. Alright, I'm going to have to wait. Yeah, but I believe... Oh, I know how to figure it out. Hold on. But she's... they're in that area of age. Randy L. Erickson versus Wisconsin's Psychology Examining Board. It's weird. Wrong, Randy Erickson. I don't know. I think she's somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 at the most. But Randy is married. I know that much because it showed up in the bankruptcy. But, But, Patrick, I know you're in here, so the hits keep on coming. The nice thing about Patrick keep posting that stuff is he pushes back the statute of limitations. It's too bad nobody explained that to him. Because every time he puts something up on social media, it starts the clock on statute of limitations again. One of these times he's going to figure that out. All right, let's be polite, folks. Yeah. Well, it's, once again, Patrick Henry is real-time listening to my account. Who the hell is Ebert and Gebert? Well, let's look these people up. Yeah, that's funny. Somebody that is supposed to have 32,000 listeners is interested in Levi Page and me. Why is that, Patrick? What is this big interest in our channels? You know, what happened to all these missing children you guys are supposed to be going after? Ebert and Giebert is a sandwich shop and restaurant franchise. What the hell does that have to do with podcasts? So far, I'm seeing a restaurant in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, a bistro at Southern Oregon University, QSR Magazine, which is about radios, menus for Ebert and Giebert's sandwich shop. I've never heard of these people. Meal plan, Instagram photos, menu, order online. It's a fucking restaurant. What's a restaurant care about a podcast? Well, it's probably 32,000 purchased subscribers. Because it's magic how fast the subscriber count goes up on these channels. Rated unwatchable by a restaurant. Weird. This is a show that was live streamed 7 months ago. Jesus. Yeah, and I get the biggest kick out of the Dollar General one. He should be happy that I can only afford to shop at Dollar General, which means I can't do anything to him. I'm powerless. This Patrick Henry picks on me when I'm absolutely powerless to do anything. I'm destroyed. So I don't get it. Well, Tim HOLMSETH doesn't know how podcasts work. I was tempted to go that route, but, the format I'm using on YouTube seems to be working out, especially since I'm a visual person. Apparently, Patrick Henry has a hard-on over my bad teeth. So, But name-calling and making fun of people's... let's see. Okay, it's official. Get that damn thing out of my... Levi, he is in here. He just took your post that you made right now and put it up on his account. So he is monitoring the channel. Isn't that interesting? 11:56 p.m. Central Time. He put this up there. And for whatever reason, I can't get that off the screen because it's black. There we go. Okay, it's official. Levi Page, Mango from Saturday Night Live, has confirmed his podcast has not been canceled. So Patrick Henry is admitting he lied. I am not sure if it's why he is seen crying and calling on a hotline or whatever. What they are saying is Levi's show was so horrible he lost friends over it because they don't want to be associated with that whole spectacle. Really? Where's your proof? This guy, this is what he does. He constantly lies. He comes up with Mango and Ebert, which is a restaurant, or whatever this reviews he got from a restaurant. Ebert and Gebert. What, never heard of Ebert and Gebert. But that's the thing. The second somebody makes a comment on this channel, it winds up on Patrick Henry's account. So that, this is amazing. I've got 15 viewers in here. Well, actually, according to my one, it's actually 14. But Patrick Henry, this person that's supposed to be part of this vast task force charged with tracking down missing and abused children and all this, is monitoring a YouTube channel with 14 people on it. And posting in real time. And taking and making screenshots of channels that prove he was lying. Patrick Henry just showed that she's a liar. It's amazing. It's how stupid this guy is, or this girl is. Because they got caught in a lie. I don't get it. With all the stuff that's going on right now out there, and all they're interested in is a YouTube channel with 14 people on it. It's amazing. And podcasts generally are not on YouTube to begin with. They're on podcast providers. And you either use Apple or Android to get to them, because generally podcasts are streamed over smartphones. Anybody can do a podcast. They're not that hard to set up. Some have advertising on them. Some you pay for. I'm not into podcasting. I do my short mobile-thon videos. I do podcasting, if you want to call it that, on YouTube. And it's funny. This is amazingly funny. Okay. Well, Patrick Henry's calmed down for a while, so I gotta check on something. Because I may sign off here in a few minutes, because I'm gonna be turning around and coming right back on the air, briefly. Let me see. Okay, I am going to go off the air at probably, I'm going to hang around for a little while, but I'm going to temporarily stand down, and then I'm going to come right back on the air. I want to see if I can live stream the liftoff of NORL 44 at 1:40 in the morning Eastern Time. It's a way to test out my camera here and to see if this launch will show up. I don't know how cloudy it is outside. I am 40 miles in a straight line from the Kennedy Space Center, so normally on a night launch, or normally on any launch, I can see the liftoff 30 seconds to 60 seconds after it leaves the pad. And I want to see how it shows up in my webcam. And I have to broadcast from my laptop. So, because I don't have the cameras rigged up for the computer yet. So I would log out, I would go out to my car, set up the laptop and the webcam, and then live stream the launch from my house. you know, it's pictures are better when you do it from, um, you know, anybody wants to watch it on TV. And what's funny is, uh, this is the link. I want you guys to look at this. Funny as shit. Tell me if you notice something about the picture to this link. Oh, you dirty dog. Me and Wolfie are going to have some words here. Come on, Wolfie, get your ass back in there. All right, there's 4. There's 3. There's 2. There's 1. Oh, what the hell? Dang it. Alright, we got that far. Alright, Wolfie. See if we can get you in here. Persistent little. Oh, I love technology. Well, let me do it this way. Yeah, I thought I had this straightened out, but lo and behold. Jesus. Dang it. Oh, I give up. But yeah, you guys saw it, so. I just. But this thing is going off at 1:40 Eastern Time. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out here about 1:30 and I'm going to. Actually, no, the launch is scheduled for 2:04. They're going to start covering at 1:40. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand down and I'm going to start the live stream at 2:45 and I'm just going to let it go. I don't know, I wish they'd quit doing that. See, this is what's funny is, this is this particular mission is what I'm going to, stuff like this is what I'm going to be covering next month and beyond. And, they're going to come in here and probably poke fun of it, but, I'm not going to bother with them anymore. I'm getting back on mission, so to speak. So, it's not going to be all about Timmy anymore. And they should be happy with that. Well, there, I got that figured out. Can't bring my, for some reason I can't bring the thing in, but shit, I'll just, that was funny. Well, that's wishful thinking. He could go up there and find those child slave colonies that are supposed to be up there. Okay, we got T-minus 89 minutes before the coverage starts. So, hang around here for a few more minutes, see what Dingleberry's doing over on. But I'm going to be curious. This graphic won't be up because on my other computer, I don't have everything set up yet because I don't use the laptop that much. I got the same software on it, I just don't use it. Yeah, the only time I use the laptop is when I'm on the road. And the laptop is what I'm going to be using up in when I make the Operation Chaos. Alright, let's all chip in and get some Glade stick-ups to send to Elon. Good eyes, put him in the passenger seat of that car that's running around up there. Oh, shit. Well, Patrick Henry, I have no contact with Greg Sawyer. In case you missed it earlier, Craig Sawyer has me blocked. I do not communicate with Craig Sawyer. The hell? 2,615 views. That's more than I get. Sheesh. I wouldn't sneeze at 2,000 views. I would like to get 2,000 views. Again, Patrick Henry, I don't understand your obsession. We're down to 10 people on my channel right now, and you're one of them. Yeah, I could always send that Nissan up there. Now we're down to 9. I don't get this Patrick Henry. I mean, I got 9 freaking people in here. Jesus Christ. But, hard up is hard up. Patrick Henry has a hard on for me. That's that's where we're going here. He can take that buddy who says there's all these colonies on Mars up there and find all these missing kids that are on Mars. I love it. Yeah, this keeps up. It's going to be the only one in here is going to be Patrick Henry. Ah, this is funnier than hell. I wonder if he'll come back for the rocket launch. Well, when you know, it finally worked. Wiped me off, but it worked. That'll come over eventually. I'll just leave it there like that. What the hell? Yeah. Well, Randy passed out. Patrick is the only one sober enough at the moment. August 6th. That's it. And what I'm curious about, let me get down. YouTube. BitChute. BitChute. Here we go. Okay, now. Oh, it's not even on the blog. Jeez. Fimo. Why is this not? YouTube. YouTube. Huh. Oh, isn't that weird? Okay, let's do that. There we go. Okay. August 28th, Melbourne. August 28th, Melbourne. August 28th, Melbourne. On to Marlene Henderson. Melbourne. 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 Okay, what I'm doing is I'm going through the blog. And his name is nowhere to be found until you get to August 6th. So the last time that his name appears in a header is on August 6th. And then 10 days after that, he shows up again. His blog starts up again, but under somebody else's byline. So, August 6th is the last time his name appears anywhere on the internet. His name has not been seen on the internet since the 6th. And we're not even sure if he wrote this article. So something happened on August 6th to knock him off his own blog. What's important is it doesn't matter who it is that's running the Patrick Henry account. The fact of the matter, it is not Tim HOLMSETH. Tim HOLMSETH is not on the internet anywhere. So, he's not even writing his own blog. You know, and this Patrick Henry person, I'm not sure, you know, at least everybody else is doing their own thing, but Timmy is gone. Vanished. Kaput. So, Patrick Henry is just pretending to be, I don't know what. More than likely, he's hiding. Yeah, I can almost guarantee he's hiding from the feds. He's hiding from the state of Colorado. He's hiding from the state of Colorado, and he's hiding from the state of Florida because he's a witness in both cases. And he's also hiding from Ohio. See, this is the thing people need to understand. Timothy HOLMSETH is a material witness in the Phil McConnell's case. Timothy HOLMSETH is a defendant in the lawsuit in the state of Ohio. Timothy HOLMSETH is in the paperwork in the state of Colorado in the Cynthia Abzug case. You know, so he has 3 reasons right in the beginning to hide. So, you know, that in itself are reasons for him to hide. You know, Tim HOLMSETH is scared. And the federal government may be investigating the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force as well as the Joint Special Operations Command YouTube site for wire fraud. You know, and for violations of the Computer Fraud and Abuses Act. So these people have got reason to be worrying. You know, they think that they can continue on with this crap, but someday their handcuffs are going to come out. It may be today, maybe tomorrow, it may be a year from now, but eventually it's going to happen. Look at Steve Bannon. Look at how long they were doing this phony thing with this wall, and everybody got arrested. So it's happening, folks. You know, all you got to do is study the timeline of that fake wall to see how long it takes for the feds to finally put the bracelets on people. Yeah, of course she is. You know, this task force thing is enough to get these people thrown in jail. And, you know, stealing the emblem of the Joint Special Operations Command is not a smart thing to be doing because you're impersonating an agency of the federal government. That's fraud. That's wire fraud you're misrepresenting. And HOLMSETH is basing his Patreon account and all this other stuff on these claims regarding these agencies. You know, and that's wire fraud. You know, because they're, you know, he can be marched into federal court, and he's going to have to show that everything he says is true, and he can't do it. And that's why he's in hiding, because he knows the minute he goes to federal court, he's done. You know, it's as clear as day. You know, they will get him. And they you know, because you know, the minute he slams his hand down on the Bible and swears to tell the truth, they're going to ask how he is affiliated with the JTTF. And the minute he says something under oath, the lawyer from St. Petersburg, Florida is going to be up there saying, "Oh, no, you're not." Because Tim HOLMSETH doesn't realize something. Randy doesn't realize something. The JTTF, or JSOC, Joint Special Operations Command. JTTF is a little bit different. But the Joint Special Operations Command is operated out of a military base here in the state of Florida over in St. Petersburg. And they are aware of the YouTube channel. And they are investigating that YouTube channel. Well, folks, better late than ever. Come on, come on. Oh, you heavy little buzzard. Let me bring up the Amber. Ugh. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Hold still, hold still. All right. Come on. Where are you? All right, everybody. There's Amber. Amber. Yeah. Yep, Amber finally got. Oh, God. Talk about some of the hogs to show. See, I scratch her back, and as long as I scratch her back, she's relatively calm. But the minute I quit scratching her back, she goes berserk. Right? Surprised Tim ever had a dog. You know. Maybe he's mad because maybe he's mad because his dog ran away. There's little Amber. Looking away from me. She puts her head on, yeah. Ugh. See the wolf? She's looking at the wolf. Hey, say hi to Wolfie. Yeah. Oh my God. You don't know what I'm having to go through to have this dog up here. Oh, okay. Okay, Don, you go. Oh my God. That is the most hyper damn dog. Alright, now I gotta realign the camera here. Put me back over on the other side. Yeah, over I go. Oh my God. What are you pointing at? Oh, it's right here. Cheryl came for her game phone. Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Whoa. Okay, well, it's like all my shows are recorded, so we'll see how well the launch works out at 2 o'clock this morning. So, but, you know, in 3 minutes, I'm going to call it, you know, everybody's, you know, Patrick Henry's basically taking a nosedive. Take one last look here. Yeah, 21 minutes ago, so he's probably down for the count. Or she. I should say she is probably down for the count. Whew, man, what a night. 94 views. Yeah, it's funny how these people are so concerned about what I'm doing rather than what they are doing. But it is what it is. So anyway. Alright, why is it not? Not sure. Okay, there we go. Anyway, like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, The more subscribers I can get, the better. And like I said, sometime in the coming weeks I will get into a little bit more about how the Chaos Project is going to work. And the big reveal as far as what exactly the Chaos Project is about will be on the 14th of September when I leave Florida. Because this is an event that's taking place outside the state of Florida. So this is going to be an on-location, multi-part event. And hopefully, if everything works out right, this is going to be similar to something I did several years ago where I went to the state of Kentucky and the state of Ohio. This is something, it's going to be done almost the same way. But because of the situation, the way things are, it is not going to be live streamed. So we'll just have to play this by ear, see how it goes. But anyway, I will see you guys, those of you who want to come here, in about an hour and a half. Well, in about an hour. Because I'm going to say it's 12:30, I figure 1:45, 1:50, I'm going to start up the other computer. I'm going to set everything up in the meantime, and I'll see you then. It's going to be a brief live stream. Just consider this a trial run. We'll see how it works. So this is William K. Murtaugh, Mert Witness 1. Have a good one.